Even the most sophisticated computers in the world would take weeks.
Clone complete.
You did it! Clear a path, boys. Mama Bosco's about to make a long overdue return to the land of the living. All right, fellas, open her up. Well, what do you think?
Considering how much of your son's DNA is in there, I'd say you got off easy.
Yeah, you could have ended up with a beard, or a beer gut, or a head full of wacky conspiracy theories.
So, Mama B,
Can't talk now, guys. I'm trying to figure out a way to get up to the control center. It's the only way we'll be able to stop the clones.
Mama B,
Have you figured out how to get us up to the control center? Then stop bothering me.
That new body seems to have come with a bucket full of bossiness.
Teleportation.
Returned for another steaming serving of failure?
Mama Bosco said that only her hand can activate this biometric override, but I guess it couldn't hurt to try.
Biometric scan rejected. Override locks in place.
Here, let me try.
Biometric scan rejected. Get your skanky butt off my override panel.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Teleportation.
You now have a
Hey, Mama B, want to be disassembled at the quantum level, then reassembled about 40 meters to the left?
You know it, baby.
I see you've brought the Master's unwitting scientific dupe to bear witness to the magnificent horrors her inventions have wrought. Gaze deeply into the abyss you've created, Doctor.
What's her problem?
We're pretty sure she's enthralled, but with Stinky it's hard to tell. Mama Bosco, would you mind activating your override so we can take control of these clones?
My pleasure.
Fools! You'll never defeat the Master!
Sam, we've got company!
You see? Your cause is lost! The Master will take your toys and...
Sorry, I haven't been able to cold cock anyone for a long time, and she was really getting on my nerves.
After the mind-numbing terror is over, you gotta teach me that move.
And me. But first, let's deal with these clones. Get down with your bad selves.
Hey, Sam, they've got your moves! How deeply depressing.
All right, clones, stop.
They've stopped!
Great, but we're still not any closer to finding the Master. Go to the toy box.
That seems to have gotten their attention.
I guess it's time to play Follow the Clones.
You guys go on ahead and give that Master a knee to the groin for me. getting dog hair all up in my cloning tanks.
Once this case is over, we should really look into fixing the DeSoto.
Hey, look, Sam! All your doppelgangers are heading into that warehouse, and my ears are doing that weird sparky thing.
The toy box must be in there. We'd better sneak in and grab it before the Master's plan comes to fruition.
You know, I can't remember the last time one of my plans came to fruition.
It's cute when you pretend you know what words mean, Max.
Sam? Toys.
Toys.
Shoot or run?
Let's run.
Toys. Is this your card?
Who the hell are you talking to, Max?
Beats me. Must be one of those freaky psychic power moments. Stand back, Sam. I'll send those doppelgangers right into the harbor.
I don't think so.
Who said that?
Hello, folks.
What was that?
Unless I miss my guess, the mysterious Master is none other than your little dark dimensional puppet.
I knew it was evil.
Well, thankfully, like all evil dummies, Charlie's pretty much helpless without a host body.
Am I, Sam?
Am I? Samar, Caesarum!
Kill it with fire, Max!
On it! Darn.
Yank the cord! Yank the cord!
Oh, Sam. Oh, I just had the most ridiculous dream. Stinky was making out with a giant cockroach. Then an evil ventriloquist dummy knocked us out and...
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Charlie Hotep Show.
Oh, that's way more naked Sam flesh than I'm comfortable with.
We got a great show for you tonight, ladies and germs. For our first act, our lovely and talented army of doppelgangers will sing and dance their way into your souls with their dimension-shattering rendition of that oldie but goodie, Skin. And for our second act, well, there won't really be a second act for most of you, since you'll be too busy screaming and gouging your eyes out after your pathetic reality is subsumed by the glories of the dark dimension. But you won't want to miss our spectacular finale when the great and terrible Junior makes his long-awaited return, lovingly slips me onto one of his tentacles of anguish and plays with me!
Not if my as-yet unexplained psychic powers have anything to... Hey, where'd my toys go?
Looking for these? Let's have a big Dark Dimension round of applause for 7 Max, without whom tonight's apocalyptic conjuring wouldn't be possible.
I feel so violated.
And now, on with the show!
Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get... Oh. Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get you! Try not to end the world or anything! Lady Liberty, America's Nightlight. July IVMDCCX. What is this, Canadian? If I can just get to the Devil's Toy Box, I can get all my psychic toys back.
No, Max. The toy box and his toys must be destroyed, once and for all.
Yes, what he said! Aw, you guys are no fun anymore. I don't care how dangerous Mr. Poopy Breath says it is, I want my toy! It's Troy the Destroyer!
Yes, the only weapon that can reliably destroy things from the dark dimension. Free me, and we'll use it to stop Charlie Hotep.
Hey, Yog Soggy! What are you doing here?
That's not important right now. Just get up here and rescue me so we can stop Charlie Hotep.
Ha! You got it! What a tight ass. Wait, does he even have an ass? More tentacles? Jeez, those things must have one hell of a union. If that website about the Freemasons was accurate, that doorway opens onto a complex series of dumbwaiters that leads to the torch. Whee! Oh!
Come on, let's see what you got. What's this? My enthralled man puppy has something to say. What do you say, boys and girls? Do you want to see my amazing talking to a stupid mutt while playing the piano and ushering in the end of the world trick? Yes! Alrighty then. Fernail Shah! So, buddy, what's on your mind?
Not that I'm not flattered, but why did you go through all the trouble to make an army of half-naked Sam clones?
A spell of this magnitude requires the sacrifice of 1,001 thralls to complete the complex and arcane chants to tear down the walls between this world and the dark dimension.
Yeah, but why me?
Because you are the ideal straight man. Only you have the perfectly malleable brain that allows me to command you where to go and what to do without fear of being challenged by a stray independent thought. It's almost as though you were born to be ordered around.
He's got you there, Sam!
Okay, I understand why you wanted me for your silly ceremony, but why the gold biker shorts? And why did you have to make my clones so fat?
Oh, Didum's my chubby little clones make the poor little doggy man uncomfortable about his body issues.
Well...
God! You want to talk about uncomfortable body issues? Try spending a gazillion years with nasty little mortals sticking their grubby hands into a giant orifice in your back. At least Junior always had the common decency to wash his tentacle first.
Why's the toy box all glowy?
Now that my magnificent doppelgangers have gathered all the toys of power, the toy box is suffused with the terrible energies of the dark dimension.
Good for you.
When my spell is complete, I'll use the power of the toy box to tear down the walls between your realm and mine, dragging both realities into an eternity of torment and despair.
Okay, but how will that be different from any other ventriloquist act?
Hey-o!
What makes the toy box so powerful anyway?
It was hewn from the bark of screaming mendacity on the shores of the river Styx in the dark dimension.
Oh, I see. Why have you dragged poor Paperweight/Norrington/Yog Sagoth up here?
The grumpy old fool thought he could destroy me along with all the other toys of power. Now he'll bear witness to my ultimate triumph as I sacrifice him to his own grandson!
And I thought my family reunions were awkward. I think you and Norrington should have a nice little sit-down.
Never! I swear, ere this night doth wane, Yog Sagoth will drink the black splinters of my vengeance!
Wow, a crazy evil ventriloquist dummy. Way to perpetuate the stereotype, Charlie.
I'm not crazy, or evil, or illiterate.
I didn't say...
I'm lonely.
Is that what this is all about? Because Max and I can fix you up with a nice girl who runs a diner.
I don't need a woman! I need Junior!
So how long you been working on this scheme anyway?
None of your beeswax, Fido.
Since the world's about to end, could you tell me what's going on with Sal and Stinky? You enthralled them before we could break out the rubber hoses.
The fishwoman and the insect man were mere pawns. Their petty criminal dalliance is a pathetic warm-up back to my grand guignol!
In other words...
Not a clue.
You sure you don't know anything about Stinky and Sal's plans for Grandpa Stinky?
Hey, I just enthralled them to assemble and maintain my cloning chamber. I didn't get involved in their icky personal life.